morning everyone, I hope that you're doing okay. Right, this week I'm going to be tackling, I mean I don't think it's going to be done in 1 week, but this week my intention is to tackle this area of my garden. This is the back of my garden and it's seen a few changes over the last 2 years and it is a really big mess. It ends up being a bit of a dumping ground all the time, but my intention is to create a really nice area for the chickens, as well as put some no dig raised beds in. So chicken area here, a new run, that's our boundary line, and so with these trees and things like that, that's our boundary line. It's a bit of an odd shape, but that's my intention. Now, we did have our chicken run here, but we had a big storm in December. We had 2 storms in December which just demolished them, and so I've ended up with all of these pipes. Some of the connectors broke. The pipes are absolutely fine, so what my job is I need to sort out all of those poles and pipes and put them away, because I can't leave them out. They'll get rusted. You can already see a bit of rust inside some of them. I need to put all of those away. I've got to do lots of wood chopping from, these have been here for the last couple of years as well, and they've moved from one place to the other. I just keep moving things around. I've also taken down a lot of these branches that grow on the other side of my garden, so I need to shred those down and make wood chips out of them. And my intention is to basically just sort the whole area out. Oh, my son left his wellies outside. So let me just show you the basic plan that I drew in my book. Okay, so here it is. This is the shape of the section that I was just briefly showing you. What I'm going to do is I want to put my chicken run here. It's a covered chicken run. I ordered a galvanized walk-in run and it's 2 by 3 meters. This is the silver birch, which is just right there in the corner, and a compost bin behind it, which is that. And then these are just, I just put circles just to show, like, I guess the various trees or whatever there in the back. And then I was gonna add maybe sort of like a chicken wire fence so that the chickens can come out and free range in this area, and the turkeys. That's this little apple tree that we've got. And then there are also going to be some no dig raised beds. I've got lots of reclaimed planks of wood that I want to make them out of. I may end up with 6, I don't know. I just drew it just for the purposes of having a rough plan. I may end up with a few more, I don't know. I haven't taken any measurements or anything like that for these. I'm just going to eyeball it, which is what I tend to do with all of my projects. What Mr. Girl Gardener had said was to put the chicken run this way, and then they've got this area to free range in. But I just feel like if I put it this way, we're going to lose a lot of valuable space. So I was thinking if I put it this way, and then they can come out from here. There'll be a door on this side for us to walk in and out of. Then they can come out of this section here, which I can make, and then they can free range here with a big piece of chicken wire separating the 2 sections off, because they do cause a lot of mess in the garden, a lot of mess. So they need their own section, I think. So that's the plan. So I'll see how it goes. My first job though is to get that done. It's to get all of those pipes and things tidied up, put away in the shed, and also this chicken wire. Oh, is it not focusing? This chicken wire, and to just generally get the whole place cleaned up. So as you can see, all of these connectors, they're not broken or anything. They're completely fine, so I'm going to keep those, because when we had the storm, some of the connectors broke. So those will go in the bin, and the ones that are good, I'm just going to keep them here in a separate box. So I'm sure we'll find use for them at some point for something. And all the poles are completely fine. I have checked them all. None of them have any damage on them, so I'm going to keep all of those too. So they're all done, all sorted out, all these reclaimed sort of trampoline poles. I even went and collected all the garden canes from around the garden. They were just kind of put in different corners. All of those. This was a different greenhouse to that, so I've put it in a separate bag. I've just used a bag of the chicken feed that I have, an empty one. These are all the connectors. I'll pop a lid on that. I've got the lid for the box. And then right down here, it's probably difficult to see, are all the really short poles and the short green poles. So I just put those separately because I thought, you know, in case there's a different use for that. So I'm so relieved. They're all in a corner of the shed. Honestly, I was looking at this job for such a long time and feeling really overwhelmed, and I was like, oh, this is not what gardening is supposed to be. But I'm really glad it's all done and I can move on to the next job now. Some of my tree logs, and I'm just putting them away in this kind of log store that Mr. Girl Gardener built. It's a bit of a DIY project of his. This is basically going to be the log store, and on top of it, I'm not sure if you can see on top, but on top of it is going to be like a pizza oven kind of situation, and then this is where we're going to keep the logs. The wind's really picked up now, so I had thought about doing a little fire with just like the small bits that I'm getting left over, but I think I'm going to leave it because it's just a bit too windy now. So here we are. I know there's been a bit of a skip between me chopping wood and logs and all of that stuff. I didn't film me digging any of this area just because it's been so windy and rainy that my tripod kept on blowing over and I just couldn't do it. I had to delete all the footage. In the meantime, we have set up the run. The girls are happy in there, everything's done. I have dug quite a lot. I mean, we've got this huge mound of soil here. I'm not getting rid of it because it's good soil, and when I build my raised beds, it's all going to go into the raised beds. So I've been piling it all up here. We've dug it all down so you can see just how deep I've gone. It's like as big as my hand. I mean, to be fair, my hands are not massive, but anyway, so yeah, this is all done. I did have to take a couple of weeks off. It was about 2 weeks. 1 week we had nothing but rain and it was just too muddy to do anything, and then the other weeks we had what was it, storms Dudley, Eunice, Franklin, and then the other one, I don't know what, I can't remember, Glenda, I don't know. But anyway, this is where we've gotten up to so far. So my next job is now going to be, I'm just going to do something with those there. I'm not sure where I'm going to put those. It's just broken slabs and stuff. But the next job is going to be to start getting some raised beds down. Okay guys, so there we have it. That's where we've gotten up to so far in this sort of little kind of garden transformation video for my new vegetable garden. Like I said, sorry I didn't film the footage of me actually leveling the area or putting up the chicken run. It was just too windy, and I did film some of it, but I ended up having to delete the footage, so bit of a shame on that one. But join me on my next video because I'll be building my raised beds out of free pallets that I got from Facebook Marketplace. So definitely join me for that. If you enjoyed this video and coming along with me, then hit the like button and subscribe as well, so then you'll know when I upload my next video, and you can join me on that. But thank you very much. Do join me on Instagram as well. I'm at the Girl Gardener, and I'll see you next time.